Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Colleen and this is Our Blessed Life, and today's going to be another day in the life. What I'm hoping to get done today is cleaning out my pantry, and I may add a grocery haul to this video. I don't know if that'll happen today or not. That's kind of ambitious because Katie does have her English class today, so I have to take her, and but we don't have therapy today. So that's what I am up to today. We haven't started homeschooling yet. We're running behind. It's almost 9:30 and we haven't eaten breakfast or started homeschooling. Sophie's been having trouble getting up in the morning, and so right now she's still getting dressed. We did have our first day of 10 a.m. Therapy yesterday, and that was okay, but I found out at the end of that they're gonna be able to move our OT to 11 o'clock. So that gives me a little bit of time before therapy where I can at least get maybe half of her school done. So that will help a lot. So we're still trying to figure everything out. Gary's back in town, so that means that Sophie doesn't have to ride with me to take Katie today. But we might do that anyway if we don't finish school, so we'll just have to see what we get done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put together some quick breakfast. I'm probably just gonna do maybe some scrambled eggs and bacon, get everybody fed, and let Sophie start school. Sophie got her clothes on. Yay! You got some new pencils?
The rainbow pencil.
Rainbow pencils? Wow.
You came out of nowhere that first time. Said you were too tired to walk the line. I said then hold up, precious. I can be a goldsmith and you a nomad or a tailor, and we don't have to follow the rules. Oh, I can do anything when I look at you. Oh, I believe everything to be true. Oh, every little bit of my heart lights up. Oh, can you please tell it to never stop?
All right, it's time for Katie and I to leave to go to her class. So Gary is finishing up Sophie's school. She still has reading left. We actually did half of her day yesterday, so I'm still not sure how we're gonna get all of this to work. But Sophie was super tired this morning, so we didn't have the best school day, but she's getting through it and feeling better, right, Sophie? You gonna help Daddy get through school?
Yeah.
Do your reading, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, so Katie and I are on the way. I'm gonna drive today because we need to call her other campus and find out where her math book is. We still don't have it. We're supposed to get a code for that yesterday in the mail, and it never came in, so we're gonna call and double check with that on the way, and I don't really wanna be making phone calls while Katie's driving. We're heading to Katie's English class. So today is Thursday. This is her third class. So far it's going well, and I feel like everything is going well on Katie's side of things. I feel like the difficulty that we're having is figuring out how to get all of Sophie's stuff, you know, handled as well. And I know that will sort itself out. I mean, Sophie's school doesn't take that long every day. I think part of the problem is Sophie herself. Like, she has good times of day and bad times of day as far as doing school. And so it may just take her a little while to adjust to what we're having to do. So I don't know. It would be a situation where it's better for Sophie for us just to do school on the weekends and do it at times of day that are good for her, so that on the days where we are running out of time, we just don't have as much to do and it's less stressful for her. This morning yesterday for some reason I was able to get through. I know what it was. I was a day ahead. So all I had to do was science, which doesn't take long at all. So we did half of a math lesson, and we also did her grammar lesson. So today all I had to do was history and half of math, and then reading. But Sophie was not in a good mood, and so math took a long time. So I didn't get through reading, so Gary's working on that now. Hopefully she'll have patience with Gary and allow him to do it. I just don't know. If not, I'll have to do it when I get home, or either push it to tomorrow. So our long days are Mondays and Fridays because nobody has to be anywhere, and it works out well because Katie is also having to, you know, kind of do extra work on the days when she's not having to be somewhere. So we're doing the same thing basically. So we'll just kind of see how it works. I thought about taking Sophie with me and trying to do things in the car, but I just don't really think she would respond that well to that. And we also could do something at like my mom's house or the library, but with Katie's class only being an hour and 15 minutes long, it's kind of like by the time you leave and set up and start doing something, I'd probably really only have about 30 minutes, and I'm just not sure it's worth the stress of all that with Sophie. I just really have to keep school very positive with her, just, you know, as stress-free as possible. So I'm just trying to keep it as much how she expects it to be, or as much normal as I can. But so right now we're heading to take Katie to school, and I think I'm gonna probably stop by Hobby Lobby while she's in class and then go back and pick her up, because it just doesn't make any sense to go home. So if I get to do that, if I get to stop at Hobby Lobby, maybe I'll show y'all around what they have this year for fall. I really haven't been in Hobby Lobby in quite a while, but I would like to change out what I have on my mantle. So I might look for some stuff to kind of replace what I have. It's kind of getting old, and most of it was stuff that I brought from our old house. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about doing while she's in class. Okay, I got Katie dropped off outside of Hobby Lobby. I'm getting ready to go inside and walk around there a little bit. But as I was dropping her off, I had this flashback to dropping Katie off at her elementary school. She went to public school for kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, and I pulled her out after second grade. But I just remember being that mom who would like pull up to the school and drop off and like wait for her to totally get inside the building, you know, and then you'd have like the people behind that were in a hurry honking at you to move. But I had like this feeling of, should I wait and make sure she gets inside the building as I dropped her off? And it's a really long walk, so there wouldn't have really been any way for me to do that. But it's just so hard to believe that Katie is already taking college classes and is already 17. It's really amazing to be at this point. But anyway, I thought I would sort of share that flashback with y'all because it was crazy. And I feel like, you know, she's doing pretty well with what she's handling. I mean, she's having to deal with 2 different college systems. So like she logs into one online system to submit work for one of her colleges where she has 2 classes, and then she has a totally different system for the other college where she has 2 classes. We did finally get her algebra book. We called and they emailed her the codes, which that would have seemed logical Monday, but Monday it wasn't possible. Today it was. So glad that's done. They did send the French codes, but it's for the wrong book, but the rest of her class is in that same situation. So she's waiting for another email, I guess, from the publisher to get her the new book. But anyway, I'm really proud of her with everything that she's having to deal with classes with no textbooks, 2 different systems and all of that. And today she was nervous going into English because that is just not her favorite subject. Like it's not a subject that she has confidence in. She has a lot of confidence in math and science. And she's just really never had that same confidence in English, and she's doing really well, and I feel like this class is really like growing her and stretching her, so I think it's really good for her. But anyway, I'm just really proud of what she's doing this year, and not to say that we haven't had our struggles and that kind of thing. Nothing's perfect, but I am really proud of what she's been able to do, and just thought I'd share that little flashback with y'all. Hobby Lobby definitely had some fall decor that I don't remember from last year, like this dark blue with the orange. I don't remember those colors from last year. But anyway, I enjoyed walking around and seeing the stuff that they had. Of course, they had the buffalo check and the stuff that they always do, but there were a few new things this year.
And just waiting for a sign. Someday are certain of what awaits them when it all ends, but I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century, or will I be forgotten like dust in a...
Friends, we'd love to pray for you. If we can pray for you, let us know in the comments below.
Well, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand?
Okay, went in Hobby Lobby, and I feel like that should be deemed like a place of therapy or something. So if you have not been feeling great, you should just drop everything and go to Hobby Lobby because of the like instrumental hymns in the background, and then just, you know, looking at all the decorations and everything. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a real long time, and clearly I've been missing out, but it was cool to see. I showed you some of the things that they had for fall. They definitely had some new stuff this year, which was nice because it seems like the last few years it's just been a repeat of everything. I did buy a few things, and they're mostly for fall because that's basically what they had. So I bought this little tiered pumpkin thing has like off-white gray and then kind of a gray blue on the bottom. I thought that would go with the decor that I already have. I bought this little thing of some small, they're kind of like off-white pumpkins, and I bought this garland, which is off-white and orange. And then I got this like dough ball to put on my mantle, and I thought I could just kind of fill this with different things depending on the season, and it could be used year-round. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and decorate my house for fall, because why not? It's almost September, and I just can't find, I couldn't really find anything that was just sort of like for all year round that I could do on my mantle. Basically I'm kind of over the gather sign, so I want to take that down. And then other than that, maybe just something different behind it other than the eucalyptus that I have. So I'll probably just keep looking for that, and at this point probably just move into fall and then Christmas, and then try to find something after Christmas. But so I'm finished now. It's 12:53, so I was in there almost an hour. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead and head back to get Katie because I have to pick her up at 1:30. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this pantry. So I haven't done this in a while, but what I wanna do is just check everything and make sure that I don't have anything expired, and also just kind of organize it a little bit. So this pantry we bought when we moved in here because there is no pantry and there's not as much cabinet space. We use all of the cabinets that we have really, except for one where I have like some paints and things. But definitely it would be difficult if we had to put all of our food in our cabinets. So when we moved in here, we had planned to actually construct a pantry somewhere in this area, or even possibly under the stairs, which would be inconvenient. So there's the under the stairs, and then the kitchen is all the way on the other side of the room. So what we were gonna do is like basically create like a closet here, but that was also going to be very expensive. So this was actually a cheaper solution. So anyway, this is what we ended up doing.
I've never felt like this. What are you doing to me? It only took one kiss to know that you're everything I need, everything I need. So tell me now, because I just have to know. Do I make you wanna run away with me? Do I really make you feel?
This pantry really does hold a lot. I've said before that I think this pantry holds at least as much as our old pantry, which was a pretty large walk-in pantry. So this is the 4 shelves that I've cleared everything out on. We still have the doors on both sides, and then we still have the slide out drawer, and then all of these other drawers, and then there's like a wine rack at the bottom that we don't usually use. And then this is everything that's been taken out. So you can see how much stuff that is. I have it organized into little baskets. So now I'm just gonna go through it and get rid of anything that's expired and put all this back in.
Yeah, everything about you is the reason I can't spend one more day without you. Oh, so tell me, girl, 'cause I really wanna know. Do I make you wanna run away with me? Do I really make you feel like you don't need anyone? Do I make you wanna run and just be wild and free? Do I really make you feel like you don't need anyone else? Like you don't need anyone else? Because all I need is you. Oh, won't you run away with me? Oh, won't you run away with me? I've never felt like this.
So I feel like the inside of this is done now, and this is like a little tray where I keep these large cans and bread and our extra coffee. So usually the middle of this is empty for just like tortillas or things I'm buying for meals for that week. And then I just checked all my dates on the cans and things like that on the door, and did the same thing over here and just tried to put the like things together, because before it was just kind of like whatever would fit over here. And then I have a good many baskets that are actually empty, just because I haven't really done like a pantry stock up in a while. So I did have 3 things that I had to take out because they were expired in the pantry. So those, and then I also have some bread and some these pretzel things that are expired that need to go. And then this is old, never got used and it's old, so the rest of this just needs to go back up in the pantry, but I haven't put it up yet. And then this is going to be repositioned to my baking cabinet over here, because that's really where it should be. Then I have some extra pandemic flour that never got used, and I'm going to try to get that into my baking cabinet as well. I just have that on the top in here, but it really should be in my baking cabinet. All right, so these bottom drawers, this is where I have snacks and things like that. So really this is like kind of candy and sweet things, and these are like breakfasty things. So there's so many in here because we went to Sam's and recently stocked up, but this is granola bars and things like that. And then over here, this is where I usually keep individual packages of what we had here was Cheez-Its, but I haven't bought those in a long time, so they're almost gone. Primarily where I keep things for s'mores. And then over here, this is like chips. So this is where I put like large bags of chips. So this is my baking cabinet. It's right beside my stove and oven, and I just need to straighten this up a little bit, and the goal is to try to get all of this stuff that should not have been in the pantry over here, because I keep the popcorn over here, and then just the general baking stuff. I want to try to kind of sort through this a little bit, make sure there's nothing that needs to be tossed, and rearrange it where I can get these few things in.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with you. Hey,
We're gonna do some flank steak for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready for Gary to grill. This came in a 2-pack from Sam, so I froze the other half of it. So I've just been using this Kinder's The Blend. It's salt, pepper, and garlic, and then I will also add some lime. I'm also gonna make some little foil packs of corn for Gary to throw on the grill. I'm gonna do some potatoes on the stovetop. What I usually do is just put some oil and butter in here and just kind of stir them around with some garlic salt. But usually I cover them up just to soften them up a little bit before I start kind of like frying them.
I just wanna make you repeat it and repeat it again. Yeah, you make the sky so blue. No, nothing's complicated with you.
Thanks for hanging out today with us, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.